Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Watch That John podcast. I'm James.
And I'm Mary. Thank you for joining us again.
Yes, for season 2, episode 7 of the Watch That John podcast featuring the House of the Dragon. Right? And this is the penultimate episode, the Red Sowing. And
why do you think they chose that name, the Red Sowing? Like, to sow, like sowing seeds, that's to plant things or to establish, I guess, some sort of foundation. What?
Yeah, so it's based off of the book, right? And the
that
Red
book
Sowing.
is what, Fire and Blood, or is that the Game of Thrones book? It's based off the book House of the Dragon?
Yes.
We talked about this before, but I forget.
Yeah, it's not called House of the Dragon. It's called let me see, I think of Fire and Ice.
Ice? There ain't no ice in this story?
Of Ice and Fire.
What ice?
I mean, the North, Mary.
Nigga, they're not even in. Stop playing with me. The North is barely in this season.
Yeah, but anyway, the book is based off Fire and Ice. It is. The book is of...
All right.
Anyway.
I don't see where the ice comes in, but okay.
The whole North is ice.
But they're not predominant characters, at least not in the show. Maybe the... Okay, I'm going to move on. But yeah, what...
Anyway, so the Red Sowing, right? So in the original storyline, basically the civil war between the Targaryens, the Black, and the Greens, in the original storyline, Rhaenyra, she... Well, in the TV version, she basically brings all the bastards together and tries to figure out another dragon rider to build up her army.
Let me raise an army of bastards.
Yes. But in the original story, Jace did that.
Oh.
And he brought them all together and raised an army of bastards. And the reason it's called Red Sowing is because in ancient Valyria, in old
Valyria.
Yeah, old Valyria, right? There was a practice called like the first night. Let me get that right. The practice was called basically it's a practice where if any low-born family, like low-born family is married, right? So like there's a wedding, that the lord or the king had right to bang the bride.
Ew.
Yes, and they could sleep with the bride.
So he said, you married to her, but I get first dibs.
Yes, he gets first dibs.
What is that? Does the bride have any say on this? Of course she doesn't.
She's a woman, Mary.
Of course she doesn't.
Of course not. So it was considered a blessing if the bride got pregnant. And the bride got pregnant, they would call them dragon seeds, right? Which is why there's so many Targaryen bastards running around.
Right, they're just bastards. What are you saying? So now bastards are important if they're the king's bastards?
Well, based on that tradition, it was ended, I think.
It's a Targaryen tradition, right?
Yes, I think Aegon the Conqueror ended it, but still, Targaryens not going to start banging anything they can. So people still did it. But it was like the first night or something like that where they would basically sleep with the new brides and have many, many, many children, which is why I feel like Rhaenyra had an easy time finding bastards, and they were called dragon seeds. So the Red Sowing was essentially trying to figure out who would be fruitful and get a dragon.
Okay, that makes sense for the title. Population. That makes sense for the title. I just saw it as they're sowing the seeds for the House of the Dragon. Because as we know, in the last few scenes of this episode, the House of the Dragon's finally starting to look like a House of the Dragon with the 2 new writers. So,
yes.
With the 3 new writers. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
but, yeah. One thing, I really liked how this episode opens up. It dropped us right into it, right where we left off. And Syrax and Sea Smoke, Rhaenyra and Adam are in the middle of a standstill.
Yep.
And the opening scene is amazing. It's just quiet, but it's like a quiet intensity. It's like, what's about to go down? Because imagine you being in Rhaenyra's shoes. This is your dragon who decided to just wander off and I don't know, go exploring, and then they come back with some stranger and say
and after she tried to pair him
with someone else.
With someone else, he was like, "Nah, I don't want Darkland.
I'm not feeling it.
I'm not feeling it right now. I'm gonna just go embarrass you, fly off, and,
yes, that's
and
so
come back with
embarrassing.
some random person."
That's literally like your daughter bringing home some trifling biker gang boyfriend when you set her up with a nice dude from the church who gets good grades and helps his mother with the groceries. And you come back with some rando. It's like, what is this? So I imagine, I really like how Rhaenyra approached it. She said, you are standing before the queen of the seven kingdoms, Rhaenyra Targaryen, and that's my dragon. So explain to me right now, what is happening?
Exactly. And I thought Adam, he immediately humbled himself. And he was basically like, this dragon came to me. I had nothing to do with it. I'm just lucky, but I'm here to serve you as my queen. Right. And I was like, okay, he didn't think, I guess he didn't want to start a war over a dragon he didn't want. So I think it made sense for him to kind of bow down. All right. Also, he served on Corlys's ships for a while, so he was used to, like serving the Valerians and Targaryen. So it was just like, this is just opportunity for me to kind of raise my standing, and I don't want no beef. So
because he always wanted more. In the last episode, he did express his discontent to his brother Alan and how pretty much they're just they are the sons of the great Lord Corlys, but they don't have any of the benefits. They still live like commoners. And Alan's like, I don't want to be in his shadow. And Adam's like, yeah, but I want something to my name too. Like if he saw us, how can that enrich my life further? So even though, of course, he was terrified when Sea Smoke ran him down like, hey girl, what's up? Like, but I think he was gladdened by this opportunity to finally be the man that he wants to be in his life and to elevate himself. Something he's always wanted to do. And I think he was smart to be humble about it, because it's like, you don't know what you're doing. Like, so I think to come in there with arrogance, it worked. It worked in his favor. Well, come in there without arrogance, It
worked in Rhaenyra's favor, because she didn't have to go sacrifice a dozen more people. Well, until later in the show to find
Sea Smoke
a rider.
Yeah.
So it worked out.
Yeah.
It's serpent. It worked out good.
Let's not pronounce words that we can't spell. I think it is serendipitous, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't say half what I say if I had to spell it.
But and one thing I noticed that Sea Smoke bonded to him very quickly, because even when Rhaenyra approached Adam, Sea Smoke started approaching too, like, hey, don't get no crazy ideas. This my nigga now. So I know you don't know him, but I know him. And it's kind of crazy. It's kind of like your dog running away, and they're like, this my man now. But it's like, I've been with you. I'm your loyal owner. I feed you. It's like, I don't give a fuck. Don't try nothing. That's my man's now. And it's like, where did this come from? Like, I think Sea Smoke still honors Rhaenyra, but like, that's one thing too. So Vermithor later on, I'm jumping the gun. But
that's fine.
Vermithor honored Rhaenyra. So my thing is, when Vermithor gets a dragon rider, is the dragon rider kind of lower in the hierarchy than Rhaenyra, or is they above Rhaenyra?
No, I think all the dragons listen to the Targaryen family, but all of them don't necessarily want to be paired with them, So like, I think if Rhaenyra was dropped into the dragon pit or whatever, she can calm him down eventually, right? But like, but I think the dragon would choose their rider over Rhaenyra, and that's why they have wars. That's why Vhagar can go and attack like Rhaenys
That
and
is
her
true,
dragon.
yeah.
You know, because they have number one loyalty to their riders, but then the Targaryens in general, they're like, okay, you're fine. I might not like you, but I'm not gonna kill you.
And one thing about it, what I noticed about Adam, like I said, I just want to know more about dragons because I'm like, Adam seems already way too comfortable with this freaking beast, this monstrous creature, this devastating, terrifying, apocalyptic ass creature. Like, I don't care if the creatures say we cool. I'm gonna be cautious of you.
Yeah,
you're still a
he
dragon.
Probably is. Well, imagine, Mary, you walking out in the woods, and
why would I be in the woods? I can't even imagine that.
Well, imagine you walking in the hood of North Philly, and a tiger just run up on you, and you see the tiger kill like 8 people, just like slash their throats, like and it ran up to you, and you run away, and you fall, and you be like, tiger, you not eating me, and the tiger just nod his head and bend over to you, get on his back. Are you riding that tiger's back?
No, I'm counting it all glory and getting him up out of there.
You just be like, thanks, tiger. Just kind of walk back.
Thank you, Lord, for sparing me. You send me a helpline. I'm not going to be arrogant and get on a damn tiger. I'm going to get out of here while I can. I'm not playing with you wild animals. No.
That's fair. What if you knew other people who also had tigers?
That's cool. No, I'm not Tiger King. I have Milkshakes the cat, and she is enough. Did I tell you how that heifer bit my foot yesterday? I watched her do it. I'm sitting there on the couch, and she does this thing where she approached my foot, and she gives like a warning meow, like meow. Mind you, I'm not doing anything to this heifer. I'm sitting on the couch with my foot outstretched, and I'm like, okay, let me watch her. Maybe she's meowing in that way because she knows I don't trust her around my feet, and maybe she just wants to like headbutt my feet. You know how cats like they nudge you and then like.
Yeah, but your cat's particularly evil.
She is, but I'm like, maybe she wants to do that, but she's nervous because she knows I'm going to spray her because I don't trust her around her feet. I was like, okay, let me see what she does. The bitch bit me. I honestly had to laugh because I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I honestly had to laugh. Then I sprayed her. I held her down and I sprayed the mess out of her. Because it's like, what is wrong? What did my feet do to you? Like, what? She just started doing it like maybe like 2 months ago. I don't know what she has dementia. My cat is old, y'all.
She just walk up and just bite your foot.
She just like, and she's approaching. I was like, what you gonna do? Sure enough, she bit me. So yeah, if I can't trust my own house cat, I'm not trusting a dragon.
That is true. That's true. But the next scene, right? We go to Alicent, and she's in King's Landing, and she's getting her arm catered to because she got slashed. She cut her arm during that
frenzy.
Riot. Yeah, that frenzy, and the maester was like, "You'll have a scar, but it'll be easily hidden." And then Alicent looked around and heard like this mouse scurrying across the table.
That was a rat. That was not a mouse.
You're right. It was a rat. And she was like,
sniffing at her leftovers.
She said, "Nothing is clean here."
And her face looked so dejected. She just looked like she gave up.
What? Yeah. What do you think she mean by nothing is clean? You mean? So what I took it as is that one, they said the scar should be well hidden. I was thinking, that's a weird thing to say. When you think the scar is going to heal, it's not going to be that bad, like, it's going to be well hidden. Then I realized that women probably don't get, or at least highborn women, don't get a lot of scars or bruises.
That is true. That's for the common folk.
Yeah, the common folk,
Because they're not working. What are they doing when they would get a scar?
Exactly.
Well, they don't even cook. They don't do anything. So, yeah, why would you have a scar?
Unless they pick themselves with a needle. So I think that's probably the unclean thing that she felt, is like, even like the scar is just a visual representation of her being unclean morally, and actually with sleeping with Kristen Cole and other stuff that she kind of done to protect her family and to do what she thought to do with the best for the realm and her house. And she said as much too, right? She was like, I gave so much and received so little, essentially. I'm just casted to the side. And she seems like kind of depressed, as
she's
she
out
was
of it.
Sitting there. She's out of it. She's done.
No, I do agree with you. I thought two things. I thought it's kind of like what you said, where she just can't keep her hands clean. It's like being in the position that she is, it just sullies her. Mm-hmm. And no matter what she does, everything just kind of goes left. Like, even when you think about her going to, what is it called, the septum with Helena.
All she wanted to do was pray.
She just wanted to pray for Aegon. And
light the candle.
A townsman grabbed her, and then a guard lobbed off his arm in one fell swoop. Mm-hmm. And now she has that bullet in her hands. You think about how her sleeping with Cole left the young Jaehaerys unattended for someone to sneak in. Her last cruel words to Aegon maybe was like the catalyst that sent him to his near death. Mm-hmm. You know, that may have motivated him to get on Sunfire, even though what she said was true, you know, and be burnt within the inch of his life. And her dealings with Lord Larys, and pretty much Larys kind of killing off people in her name, like his own family. And also remember, he like killed all the handmaidens and her personal attendants that he thought were not loyal. And I thought about this too. I hear that King's Landing is a very filthy city, and you can smell the stench of waste and manure and all the things that happen in big cities, you know, and the rats. And I'm like, so you guys killed off all the rat catchers. Aegon did. So now the Red Keep is infested yet again. And I think it's just kind of showing that what you guys are doing, you guys think because you're highborn, you're so far removed from the common folk, but the ugliness and the filthiness is penetrating your palace as well. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I see it. I wish I could explain it better, but it's kind of
like, I know what you're saying, right? Because even later on in the show, when the Rhaenyra's council finds out that a common-born sailor, right, stole what they thought was sea smoke, right, and they were like, we can't allow commoners to go and steal dragons.
He said, no offense, Lord Corlys, but we can't just have common folks seasoned dragons.
Seasoned dragons, yo. You know, it reminded me of a Dave Chappelle skit where I guess two Dave Chappelle skits, right? One where he was acting like Rick James. He's like, that's why we should never give y'all niggas money.
We should give y'all niggas money.
and then everyone where black people got reparations and they were just buying stupid stuff. Like, we can't let black people be successful. We can't let the poor go and get dragons. We're supposed to be superior to them. And our prejudice means that we're superior. So they're able to get the things we can get. What's the point?
Yeah, what's the difference between you and me?
Exactly.
If what I have that deems me as superior is now available to everyone.
Exactly. The exclusivity.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It is making them feel inferior, right? And like them just feeling, and I love it, right? Because the way that Alicent and the Greens are running King's Landing is very short-minded, right?
You think so?
They're
focused on short-term goals.
Yes, short-term goals, not long-term goals, right? Like you said, killing the rat catchers. Something as simple as that is the rat catchers keep the city clean. You could identify the one dude who actually committed the crime.
I still don't. That's a fallacy. Like we said, House of the Dragon isn't written as tightly as Game of Thrones was. Well, the 8th season was crazy. We know about the Starbucks cup. But yeah, like you said, there's certain plot fallacies that are just like, okay, like what do you mean?
Yeah, just holes in it, right?
Yeah.
But just the things that they do, like, oh, we're shutting down the city because we don't want people to leave. But then you don't give your people food. And then when you realize that people are getting food, you do nothing about it to give food. Like, it just, the stuff they do is so short-sighted.
And they start a riot.
And then they wonder why they're upset.
They start a riot for people who are already very upset with you.
Yes. They just don't know how to manage because they are so out of touch with the small folk, right? And even, Rhaenyra, when she goes and she realizes instead of talking with the council, she decides to go and talk with
Mysaria.
I can never get her name.
Just call her the White Worm.
Yeah, so she started talking to the White Worm, and she's basically like, "Yo, I'm relying on the small folk," and she's like, "The highborn houses have honor," So she's basically arguing, like a lot of people in this country a little while ago argued, that because of your birth, you have more. You're superior. You're more like you're just better simply because you were Targaryen. And then Mysaria looked at her and was like, your brothers are supposed to be bound by honor and they're trying to kill you. Mm-hmm. But this common like ship servant, right, who doesn't know you from like
a can of
from
paint.
Nothing, from a can of paint, right? And he basically bowed the knee with a dragon to you.
It what literally are you talking be about the honor? People who don't know you who support you the most.
Exactly. Right. And it even showed, like I said, Rhaenyra's bias and prejudice. And I think that if she had the opportunity, she would be a good leader. She would be a good ruler. I think she's empathetic. But even that, she just has prejudice. She thinks that we're inherently better.
Well, it goes back to like ancient times. I think I said this before, when people believed that kings and queens were pretty much ordained by deities, like they were chosen by the gods.
So that started from the beginning of time.
Yeah,
like there was this.
The ancient Egyptians believed it. Definitely.
Yes,
the Mesopotamians believed it.
Yes, exactly. Right. They would basically say that, the first king lived for 30,000 years and he ruled for this long, and he was a god, and everyone after him ruled for, and they just like.
And because of that, like you said, it's just like they believe that they should be served and not serve the people they rule. Mm-hmm. So it's like, they had it twisted.
Yeah, that's why there's not many monarchies in the world right now. There's a few, but not many.
So Allison is pretty much like, I want to go on a camping trip. Like, I gotta.
I wrote down that she was getting her Henry David Thoreau on. She just decided, I'm going.
Okay,
to the woods,
so what book is that? Is that The Catcher in the Rye?
No, that's Silver Disobedience. Henry David Thoreau.
I've never read that book.
Yeah, it's kind of boring, but essentially, he remember Dr. Wiseman in high school? He was my English teacher.
I do remember him.
Yeah, he loved Henry David Thoreau, and essentially, he was just an American philosopher and writer, and he basically just went out and studied nature and wrote about books and like poems and stuff. I don't think poems, mostly just books and short stories about nature and just kind of reflecting. And he basically was like what is nature? Like, what are we compared to nature? And I feel like Allison needed that. You
never felt that way? Just like if you go to the beach, like if you go to the beach somewhere in the Caribbean, it's warm enough, the waters are calm enough, you can just kind of just go in a center and just, I don't know, float on your back and feel the waves carry you, and just, don't you just kind of feel like nothing is as important as that moment right there?
Exactly.
Like the structure that we created where we work and we need money to survive, and war, and just nothing is that big of a deal as we've made it, and we just need to get back to our roots of just being these primal beings. Or is that just me?
No, you're 100% right. I felt that way in Colorado, right? I felt that way in Hawaii.
Where were you going when you felt that?
Well, in Colorado, we was hiking in the mountains, and I just saw
Colorado's so beautiful. I need to go.
It is.
The pictures you showed me, swoon.
Yes, snow-capped Rocky Mountains, and we're just sitting up there.
Oh my God, I want to go.
And just looking around, I'm like, wow, this is just like you said, like nothing on sea level didn't seem relevant.
Yeah,
like it didn't seem relevant. It's like, what else is there besides
who said we have to do all the things that we do?
Yeah,
why can't we just live like animals? So I do understand. Real shit. Like, we made this structure, and yes, it works. It brought medicine and technology and innovation that have made our lives a lot longer and more convenient. But sometimes I'm like, I'll give it all up just just to be able to not be able to work and just go swim in the ocean and I don't know and just touch grass. So I do get Allison being like, yo, it's so filthy here. I am contaminated. So she went out to the woods to get baptized in a river of Jordan.
I thought she was could kill herself.
I thought she was going to end it all too for a while.
Yeah, I thought when she walked in the water and she was just laying there, I thought she was laying face first.
But she decided to wade instead. You know,
yeah, she went
all Negro spiritual on us. She was even wearing whites.
She was. You're right. So she probably did get a spiritual baptism, like a symbolic baptism. You know, I think that's kind of accurate. But then, like, she kind of woke up and realized she still has work to be done, and I think that's what made her get up.
Do you think she felt invigorated? Like her mind was clear, and now she can go back to King's Landing and make better decisions?
Yes, I hope so. I think she was laying there, and she probably either thought, if I don't do anything, everyone I love and everything I care about is going to be destroyed. And I think that's probably, or she could have had some other thought, but that's probably what she, if I had to guess, she probably realized that I am the only good person on this side. And I need to figure out how to cause the least amount of damage, but still have my sons on the throne, which I don't even know why. I don't know why she cares so much.
Because it's about Aegon being on the throne.
Yeah.
It's just, well, now she's just too far gone. It's like, I couldn't have done all this in vain. Like, my grandson was killed because of this. Luke was killed because of this. Aemon lost his eye because of this. And so much stuff, they're just too far gone at this moment. Too much. That it's kind of like, I can't just, like she said to Rhaenyra, I can't stop this. The wheels, what's it called? The cogs are in motion. But, you know, it all started because, like we said, she was jealous of Rhaenyra. She didn't think Rhaenyra sleeping around and doing whatever she wanted and not fulfilling her duties. She didn't think Rhaenyra should be rewarded with the throne. Whereas Allison is like, I was literally hunching an old man for so long. I had his disgusting, bratty children who now I look at with repulsivity, if that's even a word. Besides Helena, even though she's weird, but she be right. Y'all still don't be listening to her. She be knowing. But anyway, so she just kind of like, no, like Rhaenyra doesn't deserve this. I deserve it because I put that work in. So Aegon's going to be on the throne, and also because of that, I think that's why she was so keen on believing that Viserys changed his mind in his dying hours and was talking about their Aegon instead of Aegon the freaking conqueror. So yeah. But no, I think some time away, I think now she's realizing, like we said, this is all so stupid and so many people are going to die and have died for something so stupid. And I don't think she's going back. I think she's going to peace out and she's just going to be like a sea nymph or something, or she's just gonna be that weird lady who lives in the woods. It's like, aren't you Allison? No.
Aren't you the queen?
I don't know who that is. Her hair's gonna be all matted and she's just gonna wear leaves.
So moving forward in the story, right? So let's go to Daemon. All right. So Daemon.
Wait. I have one question. So really, so pretty much. Well, before we get to Daemon and all his bullshit, so Larys, and I think the man's name is Ironrod. He's that dude who doesn't like him on Aemon's council. Oh yeah, yep. So they're talking about the rumor they heard of Sea Smoke finding a rider, and Larys said that Sea Smoke, because Ironrod thought that, he was like, Rhaena, of course, has to be the writer. And Larys said, no, Sea Smoke pretty much tried to eat her when she was 14. He wants nothing to do with her. Mm. And I'm just wondering, why do you think Sea Smoke chooses Adam over Rhaena? Like, Rhaena has a full Targaryen father/cousin, which is Daemon. And her grandmother is full Targaryen, which is Rhaenys. So I know that Adam is like Corlys'
and her mother is Valyrian, you know?
Yeah, but Valyrians aren't dragon lords.
Whoa. Adam is Valyrian.
we don't know who his mom is. His mother could be Targaryen. That's what we're saying. But I don't think it's the Valyrian. Valyrians don't have claims to dragons because everyone who is Valyrian who has a dragon, they are also Targaryen. Like Laenor.
Essentially, what the story, the show version of the story is trying to portray is that the dragons do whatever the F they want, Mary. They pick who they want, they like who they want. And
well, we don't know that yet because we don't know Adam Hull's parentage. You know, he said his mother was a shipwright.
Well,
so I think being a Targaryen still matters to the dragon. I think being highborn don't really matter to them.
Yeah, no, they don't care. Well, I think being a Targaryen and highborn is one and the same. I guess unless you're
if you're a bastard, yeah, like Ulf.
Yeah.
Like so Ulf. I don't understand why. And I was watching a little bit of inside the episode. You know, they showed at the end of every episode. And one of the directors, I don't know this man's name, but he said, you know, we don't really understand why the dragons choose who they choose. We're not going to really get into it. And I'm like, okay, I understand keeping the shroud of mystery over the dragons, because if we could understand it, then, you know, some mystery is needed. But I do think it's kind of lazy. Like, give us something. Like, can we go a little more in depth? Like I said,
well, like we have recently, right? We tried 4 dragon pairings happened, right? Or 3 dragon pairings happened.
Okay, we have Sir Darkland, who's not dark skin.
Right. Darkland, who got killed, and Sea Smoke got crazy. Then he went and got Adam. But then at the later this episode, 2 more people got paired in random, mysterious ways. So I think it's just the luck of the draw, it seems like, right? And I think the only reason...
Do dragons ever turn on their riders? Once the dragon chooses me, is that fealty solid or can it be revoked? Like, what sort of posture should I have when approaching a dragon? Like, how do I go about learning? Like, Oprah just riding the damn dragon, and I'm like, with one hand at the end of the episode, and I was like, how is he doing this? It's not a horse. Like, how do you get so good so quickly? Like, I don't know if, like, Silverwing was flying gently because she knows he's a Navik. I want more. Maybe it's me. Maybe I just need to read the damn book.
It's you. That's probably what it is. You probably can get the audio book and just be bored to death for like a week. And like, oh, that's interesting. And then be bored to death.
Yeah, this book what's that book of the Bible where most of it is just like naming genealogy? Is it Numbers? Where literally it's like, I don't know, Isaac, the son of Jacob, had 2 children, Luke and, I don't know, Ishmael, and they had 3 children by 3 wives. Isn't it just like that or some shit? Because it's not like a narrative. Isn't just kind of like a story told from an omnipresent narrator?
I have no idea.
An omniscient narrator?
I just know, like, this story is so deep and, like, so complicated that watching the sexy TV show sometimes gets boring. Like, I couldn't imagine reading about Bran, Mary. And him like...
You hate Bran.
I do. Him fumbling around in the woods getting carried by Hodor. Like, I don't got time to do that.
Hodor.
But anyway, let's get back on track. Right? So
Back to Daemon.
So Daemon's... He's sitting in Harrenhal. And he meets Oscar Tully. Right? And Oscar Tully is young, but he's very brave. And he's basically says, hey, Daemon...
He had Oscar Tully all the way f***ed up.
Did.
And it's like so many, like you said, this man has no people skills, and it always comes to bite him right in the ass. Like
it does. He's
just so arrogant with Oscar because he's young. Oscar showed him.
He did. Oscar did, right? Oscar, he had a poise to him, but he also knew,
and he's so cute with his little curly hair. He's adorable. I was like, oh, he's so cute.
But he also knew that he couldn't just outright, like, go against what his grandfather said, right?
Like
his grandfather, right? He knew that because he knew that the only reason why the Riverlands are together is because for some reason they believe in oaths. They don't believe in nothing else. But if my uncle oaths, like
oaths?
Like sacred oaths, OATH, oaths,
you said that
right?
weird.
Basically,
you say oath, oaths. I don't know why it sounds weird when you say it.
Oaths.
Why does that sound? Oaths. I guess that is a weird word.
But they
I think it's like oaf, like a clumsy oaf.
Oh, oaf.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if he reneged on his promise, then
white people shouldn't be allowed to say renege.
I know, I realize that. Basically, he would not be able to continue to get the support of the rest of the Riverland lords. But he also was wise enough to realize that they were pissed, and they wanted
retribution,
blood, and justice and retribution. So when they were standing, Oscar and Damon were standing before the rest of the River Lords, and Oscar basically was like, "Yeah, my father swore."
And you know what's crazy? Not to cut you off. It's crazy because just to show how deep the hatred between the Blackwoods and the Brackens. So, remember the Bracken that stood up before Caraxes and Damon, and he said that he would sooner be the Lord of Bones and Cinders than bend my knee before some heathen Blackwood cunt and his hired dragon. That man is Lord Amos Bracken. He was there.
Yeah.
What William Blackwood and his men did literally brought that same man with so much confidence there to swear fealty to Oscar Tully and by proxy Damon. So it's just like he's already there. He's already there. Like the job is done. But how the way William Blackwood talks about them, he said, we brought these traitors to heel, and the hatred is so thick in his voice, and it's like, you've already won. They've already surrendered. And he's just like, these traitors, I brought them here, and it's like, you guys are on the same side, but that hatred is still there. And like what Oscar says to William, I was like, absolutely. So keep going.
Yeah, so Oscar was essentially like, William dropped on his knees and was like I swear fealty to you and all that other stuff. And then Oscar was like, yeah, but I'm also the king. I'm the Lord Paramount of all the River Lords, all the Riverlands. And you have committed atrocities. Damon hinted at it, but you did it because you wanted to.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And you could tell he wanted to, like I said, because he was how the way he dealt with Lord Amos Bracken. Like I said, even though you won, they surrendered, and he still talks about them, and the hatred is so thick in his voice. And it's like, you guys are on the same side now. You did it because you wanted to. And Damon is so funny. Like, Damon literally be cracking up. He said, because Oscar is like throwing shots. He's like, I don't trust you. I don't like him, but we swore oath to him. And it's just like, even how the way it starts, Damon's walking around talking to people, and it seems like they're pledging loyalty to him and not Rhaenyra. It's just like, we're like, wait. We stand with Rhaenyra, but they don't know that Damon has other plans. That Damon's pretty much like, I'm gonna do me, and Rhaenyra can join me if she so pleases.
Exactly. He said that too. That's not you making it up. He said that.
I don't think he said that. Yeah, he didn't say that to them.
Yeah, he told. No, not to them, but he said that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So they don't know that he's kind of doing his own things. So it's funny. Damon's just like he kind of apologizes. He's like, once people say, "Oh, what you did was atrocious," and he was like, Damon's like, after Tully blackmails him, he was like, "Will you have our army or not?" And Damon's like, I may have been a touch enthusiastic in pursuing my aims.
Like even then, like, dude, you can't apologize. You can't be like, my bad.
And even he said, but don't allow my feelings to keep you from supporting an upright man. Like how he said upright. He was so mad. And it's like, God, Damon, you are just hopeless.
He is. He's hopeless.
You're so prideful.
And the thing is that, how do you feel about him ultimately killing Blackwood?
So there's a song that DQ plays often by Fabulous. What is the name of it? He told me the name of it, but the hook is like this. I be saying to myself as I put on the glove, it hurts when you gotta kill a nigga you love. Just like that. That's what I thought. And just like, it's crazy because like William said, I've been faithful to you.
He has.
Everything you wanted me to do, I did, and this is what I get. And yes. Damon's face after he performed the act, he was sick.
He was. Because I think Damon, and the creators said this too, that Damon, they described him as having a mobster mentality.
Yeah. I love me a mobster movie.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. Yeah.
Watch Scarface tonight.
I've seen bits and pieces of Scarface. I've never seen The Godfather.
Oh, The Godfather be good too. Eileen's over there shaking her head. She don't want to see the Italian movies.
Oh, I love mob movies. It's weird because I've never seen The Godfather, and I didn't know that The Godfather was like a cinematic masterpiece. Like I know people liked it, but I thought because it's like, of course, violence, drugs, drama.
Yeah.
But apparently, it's like so like masterfully crafted and has so much symbolism.
I never seen The Godfather either.
I've never seen any of The Godfathers.
Maybe we can do that.
No, hell no. I'm not doing The Godfather. I'm sorry. There's enough podcasts out there about The Godfather. I'm not doing it. Do it yourself. But what if
See how she treat me, y'all?
Well, I'm not doing it. But I saw what movies? I saw, what's it called? Danny Brasco or Johnny Brasco? I saw The Irishman was really good. I saw American Gangster. I saw New Jack City. I saw, what's another one? Scarface. Maybe I saw Scarface too late because I wasn't impressed by Scarface. But I love mob movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tangent.
It is a tangent.
You said mafia mentality between William and
Yes. So he basically was like, I trusted you to do something. You did it. And now he could publicly shame him and destroy him for it. And I'm thinking, like, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, Damon's going to pay for that. Right?
He already is at this point.
Yeah, but I think that specifically, Damon's going to pay.
Well, my thing is, like, it's called Death in the Family. That's the fabulous song.
Death in the Family. Okay.
Yeah. Now, I think him killing Blackwood, yes, he's going to pay for that. But I think just him killing him is already a payment. Like, it's already because he didn't want to do it. And it's just kind of... it's like, even though Damon is not a moral man, he had a loyalty to this man, like I said, so it did get to him. And it's just kind of like, I've made this bed, now I have to lie in it and just live with the decisions that I've made. So I think him killing William in a way is him paying for what he allowed William to do to the Brackens.
Okay, I think he's still gonna get a little bit more though.
Yeah, I agree. I
do. And so after that, as soon as he beheads William, right? He goes and he sees his old brother Viserys again, decrepit Viserys.
Oh, nasty.
And all nasty and decrepit. And he basically says, "Do you want this crown? After all the pain and suffering, do you still want this?"
It crushes whoever wears it.
And then Damon just stares and he doesn't know. And then the next scene is showed the crown's most recent victim in Aegon as he just screaming as he's walking around.
Yeah, Aegon's in PT.
He's in PT and he just looks like he's 70 and not like 22 or however he's supposed to be.
They should just shave his hair. The half, the what's it called? The Scarface. Remember that? Who's the dude who flips a coin? That villain in Batman.
Oh, that's Scarface.
Two-Face?
That's Scarface. Yeah,
his name is Two-Face. Yeah,
he looks
not
like
a good look.
He looks like Phantom of the Opera right now.
He looks like Deadpool.
He just like
it's pretty bad.
He's busted, man.
And imagine going through physical therapy with broken bones, internal damage, and third-degree burns. Like, of course, it's agonizing.
Yeah, it is.
And Larys is really pushing for Aegon's recovery because I think he knows what's coming and he wants Aegon to be able to defend himself. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too. No, I think that too.
So defend himself from who? From Aemon or from Rhaenyra? I think it's Aemon.
I think it's definitely Aemon. If Rhaenyra comes up, Rhaenyra is such a distant threat right now.
Yeah.
That I think Amen is.
Isn't it so crazy that there's fighting between the two sides, and then there's fighting within those sides?
If family can turn against each other, what makes you think there's a line?
It's just crazy. It's how y'all literally having a civil war within a civil war.
Mm-hmm.
It's get it together. Y'all need counseling. They need family therapy.
They do.
They need an Elanya.
What?
You know who Elanya is? She's like that fake therapist, like celebrity therapist. She just comes and she yells at people and says it's tough love.
Sounds like Dr. Phil.
No, that's exactly who she is. That's exactly. You should watch her show if you want to laugh.
Okay. So moving on, right? So Alan.
I'm going to send you the link. It might be on Max. It used to come on TLC. Elanya Fix My Life. You never heard of that?
Mm-mm. My life is pretty good, so I don't really need fixing. Anyway.
Well, you watch other people get their lives fixed and you laugh about it.
So let's move on. This is a longer episode, and we got a decent amount to get through. So, Alan, right?
Don't push me along. I'll ramble all I want.
So, Alan, right? He's preparing his ships, and Corliss basically tells him that, yo, your brother's a dragon rider.
Oh, BT Dubs, your brother father dragon.
By the way, your brother father dragon, and BT Dubs, I'm your daddy. Hi. Like
finally admitting it. We all knew, but like he ain't shit. Like he said, "Oh, I don't know nothing about where your mother came from." But you had 2 children with her.
You're right. He went back to back.
What sense does that make?
Tit for tat. You know, it's crazy. You're right. And then even when he saw Adam earlier in the show, he just looked at him and was like, "Well done." And he even asked Alan, you know, he was like, "Yo, man, he's a dragon rider, and you might be one too." And Alan's like, "I am of salt and sea. I'm chilling. I don't need nothing else more." And Corliss kind of did him like the nod, like,
"My
okay,
man,
my man's, you dismiss." Like he just impressed by his sons, who are impressive, but
I don't know why he's impressed by them. Impressive. You didn't have any hand in making them so impressive.
I know, but you know how it goes. You have to earn your respect,
even from your own father.
Yes,
that's crazy.
Especially if you're a bastard. Especially because your father sins, you have to earn your respect more. That's how it works.
Trifling.
Because you know you can choose who your mother is. You should have did a better job of that. You know what?
So yeah, we're in the Erie, and pretty much Rhaena doesn't want to go to Penthos. She want to go find that dragon.
She does.
I'm so sick of that sorrowful look on her face. Like, girl, we get it. You don't got no dragon. Like, God, stop looking so sad. Smile for us. Like, man, she is dour.
Yeah,
God.
No, she's pretty depressed. She's pretty depressed. And speaking of depressed,
she's a Debbie Downer.
She is. Speaking of depressed, Allison, we talked about her in the woods, just hanging out.
Yeah, she's getting her baptism. It's funny because I don't know what me and Adana are talking about, but in the group chat she said, "Let's all go scream into a void and then wander the desert and hallucinate." And I was like, "Oh, that's what Allison's doing."
It is. But instead of the desert, she's in a lake. No, yeah. She's going through it.
Yeah.
And then speaking of going through it, Jace, right? So Jace goes and talks to his mother, Rhaenyra, and he's disgusted that lowborns are now claiming dragons.
He said these people. I said, "Well, watch your mouth."
He did. He said these people.
I said, "Watch them." What? Which you didn't say these people? So Adam came. Exactly. What you mean by these people?
He was a tripping, right?
And I said, "Huh?"
He was like, he's like these people, and she was like, are courageous, and he was like mongrels. And I looked up mongrels. And the definition of a mongrel is a dog of no definable type or breed.
It's a mutt. It's your dog. It's Sasha.
Mutt. It's Sasha. Right?
But we love her.
But like,
I remember Obama jokingly called himself a mutt. I was like, oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. But if Ray Ray was black, she would have beat the crap out of Jay Show. She would slap the spit out of his mouth. The way he talked to her, he was like, "Oh, how did you Would you think I have black hair when you got Sir Harwin Strong to get in your bed? Like, that's a classic. Smack you into next Tuesday.
But she kind of deserve it though. It's like,
don't mean she won't get slapped.
Yeah, you gonna get true. Black parents slap their children all the time, even if they do deserve whatever things the child said to them.
It doesn't matter. You getting slapped.
That is true.
You getting slapped.
I remember one time I was just a child and I saw a mouse in the house. And I was like, okay, I'm going to make some rat poison and solve this clear infestation that we have. So, I sat down on the kitchen floor. I got whatever household cleaning products I can find. I mixed together them in the bin. And I told my mother, thinking she'll be happy for me. She beat the hell out of me. And I'm like, I was trying to be an exterminator. I was trying to help you out. And I'm still bitter about it. So, yeah.
You almost killed everybody in the house, Mary.
But my intentions were pure.
Yeah, but that rat poison wasn't. You was probably doing bleach and pneumonia and storing it up. It's like,
I don't know where I got that. I don't know where I got that idea from. It was, I don't know.
How would you even give it to the rats?
Jeez, I was like 6. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I saw a rat and I thought of a solution. I thought it was a good one. But
you shouldn't have got beaten for that. But
you
should have.
I should have got a stern talking to, like, hey, dummy, you'll kill us all.
Yes.
We have a cat. You could have got the cat. But,
yeah. So Jace is mostly angry, right? Because he thinks, because he's obviously a bastard. He's obviously not.
And the fact that she lied to his face about it. Well, she didn't lie. I remember when he was a child. Remember, he asked her straight up, "Am I a bastard?" And she said, "You are the blood of the dragon," and that is true. But you didn't answer the question, Ray.
No, she didn't, because she can't. To answer the question is treason. It's treason.
To answer the question to your son? No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. Because
how is it treason if she's the one answer? What?
No, I'm saying the fact that she had a bastard is treason.
Is it?
Yes.
I'm still kind of iffy on the rules of what is and what isn't considered treason.
Basically, if you're a man, you can do it. If you're a woman, you can't.
Yeah, because apparently men can sleep with brides and have their own bastards and everyone know. I hate it. I hate it here and there. Yep. Continue.
So he thinks that a dragon, because of his heritage of his father, right? He thinks that a dragon proves that he has a stronger claim to the Targaryen bloodline. But if any old bastard could go and get a dragon, then he's less important.
What does that make you? And he said that too. He was like, that was the only thing I had going for me. And like you said, now that exclusivity of who can be a dragon lord is taken away, what does that make me? Like, I'm going to have a hard time when you die solidifying my claim to the throne. Because it'd be like, first of all, you have black hair and you don't got no dragon. It don't matter if you got a dragon. So does everyone have a dragon. So who says you're to be the rightful heir? And it's like, yeah, you should have thought about that, Rhaenyra. You should have got some Dantel's abortion juice.
Or at least some hair dye. Like, at least bleach the dude's hair.
They ain't had that back then.
Like,
what would you use? Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I have him shave his head like Alan does.
Use whatever you about to use for that rat poison. They had lye back then.
That probably burns off your eyebrows if you put it on your skin, though. It wasn't regulated.
All these kids would have been bald. All of them. Yeah. All of them are boys too. They would have been bald.
It is bold. That's why Alicent was so hurt. She said Viserys in the first season. She playing in your face right now with these bastards. She's literally playing in your face, and you know this, and you just let her do it. That's why she was so bitter. But
because he had no choice. If he didn't, she would have to get executed. I'm telling you.
So it's just like it is very. Yeah, it's I think what Jace is saying makes perfect sense. He's like, you're thinking about you, but what about me? I'm going to have just as hard a time. Well, not just a hard time because I'm a man, but I'm going to have a very difficult time claiming staking my claim to the throne once you're gone because of the decisions that you made.
Yeah, I got 2 words for that. Boo-hoo. Who cares? Like,
You should care because it's like you're doing all of this and you're trying to establish a legacy, but it ends with you. What happens when you're gone? All the work you did is going to be undone, and it's going to be just like Viserys again, where they're struggling to find someone to replace him, and it causes this whole big thing.
Boo-hoo. I have no sympathy for him. I think that is just privilege crying about being privileged.
It is that too. It is that too. But I think it's valid. It's both. I think it's valid.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mysteria sends out words to King's Landing, pretty much having a Dragon Rider contest. It's a draft, an open draft.
It's a secret draft, and
it's not so secret. Is it really that secret? Because I'm like, how does what you like? I'm just like, how did Aemon not find out about this and do his own research and then execute everyone who has a slither of Targaryen blood in them?
It would probably take 15 minutes of research to figure out, Mary.
I know they didn't have Google back then.
But even if Aemon thought about this and Aemon was like, "Oh, let's do the same thing. Let's bring all the bastards to the castle and then murder them," and that's it. There's no more Dragon Riders. We're good.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like the whole city knew about it. Like people were cheering Ulf's name in the tavern, saying, "Ulf the Dragon Lord," and so many people came out. How did word of this not get to the Greens?
Because they are so out of touch. I think they're so out of touch. And I don't know what this Lord of Whisperers is doing.
That's what I'm saying. Loris, how do you not know about this? Or maybe you do know when you just... Because that conversation between him and Ironrod where they're talking about Sea Smoke finding the Dragon Rider, I feel like that has some significance. I don't know what it is yet, but I feel like it's going to come to bite them later.
Yeah, because he was basically like, some whispers are better kept like to the wind.
Yeah, because he found out that Ironrod's sources was kind of iffy. Pretty much he said, my brother's baby mama second cousin told me, who told her pharmacist, and that like... So.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe it either.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're right. I think Laris, I think he hasn't decided where he want to stake his footing at yet. His club foot. All right. I think he was leading towards.
That was petty.
Yeah, that was funny. He chose Alicent, and then she turned out to be a downfall, like a letdown. And then Aegon got himself almost killed. And then he tried to suck up to Aemon, and Aemon was like, "You toad." So now he's just like waffling. And I think he's keeping some.
You told.
Now I think he's just like trying to figure out, where do I set my claim, right?
Okay.
I feel like he's a leech. You know,
he certainly is. Yeah,
he's a leech.
Yeah. He doesn't have anyone. That's why. I guess that's why he is trying to prepare Aegon. He's like, listen, we got this whole, not able body thing going on. Let's bond there, and I'm going to help you recover, and you'll be loyal to me, and I can kind of weasel my way back to the top again.
Yeah. So, long story short, I have no idea why. They should have known. They should have known.
They should have known. They should have
known.
Like
it happened quickly. I feel like they got the word in the same night. They all went out, but still, they should have got some notice that 50 people are leaving at the middle of the night. just catching boats in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Right? They just have no awareness.
So question for you. Would you answer that call?
Depends on who I was.
What do you mean? You're
if
Targaryen
I was
somehow.
No.
No, if you are you and your current, I guess that does make a difference. No, I'm gonna just ask you in your current situation. You are still James Bullock. You got some Targaryen summon in there. You're still doing your job. Just one day someone's like, hey, you can be a dragon rider if you so choose. Would you do it? Or would you be like, no, I'm good just being regular old tuba?
No, I'm chilling because we have something called airplanes. So I'm good.
But I'm like, airplane dragon tips the scale a lot.
Yeah, but I don't got to worry about getting burnt by airplane, Mary.
You do, but you work. What? You know what these planes are made of? Hairpins and duct tape. Freaking door came off. What was that? Boeing? Mid-flight.
Boeing. Yeah, I do not work for Boeing. But anyway, what I'm trying to get at is if I was Oath, right, where he is just kind of like the fireworks song, have you ever felt like a plastic bag floating through the wind waiting to begin? I feel like that's Oath's song, right? So
Oath's song is Katy Perry.
Yes, I feel like that he's just floating around with no real meaning. Just kindred spirit. He just goes and have fun. Yes, and I feel like if I was him, absolutely not.
Exactly.
I am not. I'm not risking anything.
This world is so crazy.
It's so
crazy.
Many
people are getting beheaded and hung and burnt. Yes, I'm going to live my life doing nothing and enjoying the little bit of joy that I have. All I do is eat fish and drink and tell people I'm a Targaryen.
But if I was Hugh, right? His daughter apparently died.
Yeah, she should have. Come on.
He's probably pissed off at the king because the king promised him money, but then he got torched himself and he didn't fulfill his promise. He's starving and his only option is to go and live with his brother-in-law, like to beg for work. And he's like, no, I am, what is he? He's a mason or stones. He does something with his hands, right? He has a craft. If I was him, he's like, I am not going down losing all the honor I got left. I'm going to go try. And that's why I'm saying I understand his motivations more than Oath. Oath just got pumped up and just got convinced to go try it. I feel like he just wanted to venture, and just like, all right, I'm going to go do it. But Hugh, he had an actual honorable, in my opinion, honorable and courageous idea. Like, this is my last shot. This is all I have left. And I think that's why, Vermithor, like, succumbed to him because he
said real recognize real and you looking familiar.
Exactly. Right? Exactly.
But my one thing I don't like about Hugh, it may be a tiny pet peeve of mine. Why is he just now telling his wife about his whore Targaryen mother? He said because he was ashamed of her. That, he was ashamed of his mother and her background. But it's just kind of like, how did I explain it? I just think it's kind of corny plot-wise that he's revealing all this to his wife now. I'm like, they could have revealed it to the audience now, and his wife could have known all along. I feel like the only reason why his wife doesn't know is because they needed a way to reveal it to us. And to me, that just kind of seems corny. It's not a big deal. It's just something I observed. I don't know why it bothers me. I wish I can explain. Because I think, I don't know. Yes, you're ashamed of your whore mother, but everyone's a whore. Like, what? Like, you really kept this from her and, you tried to separate yourself from that. But I'm like, yeah, you could have just told the audience, like, without having this big revelation to your wife. And his wife's concerns are valid. I just lost my daughter. Why would I want my husband to be munched up by a dragon?
Well, when I think about it, she probably wouldn't have married the son of a whore.
She thinks she's too good for that? What'd she do?
But still,
she
that's
common
like
folk too.
Common folk versus being the son of a whore is different.
Did she know he was a bastard?
That's what I'm saying. She knew that he didn't know who his father was, but to say that, oh, my mother is Sarah Targaryen, right? Which
that's her name.
Sarah Targaryen. She was a daughter of Jacaerys.
Oh, so she's
Targaryen.
Viserys' sister?
Yeah, she's Viserys, and that's what
no,
she
no, because Jacaerys was Viserys' father or grandfather? I can't remember. What? No, Jacaerys was so that was Viserys' great aunt, because Jacaerys is Viserys' and Daemon's grandfather. Their father was Balon Targaryen. What? So how fucking old is Hugh?
No, Hugh.
Wait, what'd you say? You said Sarah's who to Jacaerys?
Hold up. Give me a second. Let me find it.
Jacaerys? Not Jacaerys.
So Hugh said that she used to tell me, his mother used to tell me, I was no different from my brother's boys, Viserys and Daemon.
My brother's boys.
Yes. So Viserys and Daemon.
Okay, so his mother was Viserys' aunt. No,
yes.
No. His mother was.
Yes.
Okay,
exactly
okay. So his mother was older than Viserys.
Yes.
Okay.
His mother was Viserys' aunt.
Okay,
right?
so
and
his mother was Balon's sister, who's the father of Daemon Viserys. An oath, apparently. Okay.
Yes. And apparently her father wrote her off because she was always a whore. In that
what, from the womb? Like, what do you mean? What did her? I thought she became a whore because of hard
times. From the womb to the tomb.
Oh my god!
But are you really surprised though that a Targaryen is sexually promiscuous?
Yeah, they be getting it in.
They do.
Because even when I think about that one episode when Daemon was sleeping with someone who turned out to be his mother, I'm like, she had white hair, so you knew she was related to you. Oh, now that it's your mom, you're disgusted. But you've been sleeping with your niece forever.
Yeah, I don't even think he was that disgusted.
That man was petrified.
But anywho, I understand Hugh's motivation.
All right, so let's get to the ritual sacrifice, as they call it, of Vermithor.
That's exactly what it is. And
that's
it's crazy
what they called
because
it. Yeah, and it's crazy inside the episode.
Yeah, it's crazy because when they got to Dragonstone, and all the Dragon Keepers was like, I want no part of this. This is blasphemy, and walk away. And then Rhaenyra came up and she gave a pretty good speech.
Yeah, she did. I didn't think about the fact that the Dragon Tamers are of old Valyria as well. If it comes to tradition, they would be the most abiding by tradition, because it's like, even when you look at them, they have like kind of ash on their faces and scars. Like, they put their lives on the line every day to tame these dragons willingly and dutifully with a sense of honor, because they are of old Valyria. Their high Valyrian is very good, so I do understand them being like, I'm not doing this. So I never thought of it, but yeah, they are probably understand the most about the dragons, even though they're not dragon lords. They reverence the dragons in such a way that I didn't think of that until this episode. So that was interesting to see.
They said they were sacred. So the dragons are sacred and not to be basically used for the will of men. You guys are power tripping. And
I loved what Rhaenyra was wearing. She wore like this crimson and silver gown. It had like these cap sleeves that turned into a robe. And she had these like acanthus sleeves of silver. It was beautiful. I was like, oh, she came to play. But yeah, her speech to the people was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think she warned them enough though.
No, she didn't. She was basically like, Vermithor, come up. He came up.
Well, I mean before, during the speech, she didn't warn them like, hey, if he don't like y'all, that's it. Y'all know that, right? Even during the speech, she said suffering will be ended, and I'm like, Vermithor was like, okay, girl. He had other plans. The suffering starts now.
It starts now.
And she said, the dragon is the largest in the world behind Vhagar, and perhaps the fiercest. He is called the Bronze Fury. I would have been out. I'm not going up against something called the Bronze Fury. He's a little smaller than Vhagar, but he's the meanest. Dragons are already inherently mean. Why would I want the meanest dragon?
I don't know. It wouldn't be me.
No.
It wouldn't be me. And that's why I'm saying, like, I get Hugh getting there because he's desperate, but James got options.
Who's James?
Me. You said what I choose.
Oh, who's James? I want no parts in this. I'm not doing this. I got
options.
Maybe if they're talking about... No, I was like, maybe if they were like direwolves from Game of Thrones. But even that, I'm good. I'll get me a husky. No. I'll give me a wolf dog. Not a direwolf.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
No, sir.
I'm good.
But Rhaenyra will continue. I was just impressed by Rhaenyra when Vermithor came. She really is that bitch.
Yeah, no, the way he came and submitted to her, and he touched him. On her face, you could just see power.
Yeah, the weight
just
when
power.
He came up, he was a little iffy at first, and she says, "Come forward, Vermithor. Be calm, Vermithor. Serve." And he's like, and then she just goes to him. She touches him, and they touch and agree, and she just smiles to herself. And
you've been to church so long, they touch and
agree. PK all the way.
PK,
preacher's kid. Pastor's kid. Okay. They touch and agree, and it's just the look on her face. She smiles, and it's just like, yeah, I got this. Like, I'm unsure about a lot of things. We see how Rhaenyra is unsure. Like, I remember I asked you one time, I said, I don't really know who Rhaenyra is as an adult. As a child, we knew who she was, but as an adult, I'm not sure. I just always see Rhaenyra being uncertain. This is the most confident she's ever looked to me.
You're right.
And it's just like, I do this. Like, I am the blood of the dragons, the king of the Andals and the first men. Well, the queen of the Andals and the first men. I am dragonborn. I am fire and blood. And she turned around and she faced them. And that was just a perfect shot of that fearsome monstrosity, dangerous creature behind her. And she's just standing there, not flinching, fully in her power and standing her ground and saying, come forward. I have nothing else to do. He gonna judge y'all. And it's just like, yeah, I would have been right there. Yeah, I'm serving you. Like, you, like I said before, you got this thing to heal. Yeah, I have no questions about it. You are meant to sit on the throne.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Vermithor turns up. Mm-hmm. And he is...
Well, who comes first? Forward first.
I don't know, one of the busted face of people.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to him. He looks like he already had a tussle with a dragon. Like I was like, you want to do this again? What happened? Why you like that?
Like you said, he probably was like, I got nothing to lose, but like I already lost my face.
So what if you're ugly? You have nothing to lose? Goddamn, James.
Back then, yes, yes, you have nothing to lose.
That is true.
He's ugly. He's a bastard. He just walking over limping. Like, no, he is done. He's toast. So he might as well become.
He just stretches out his hand, and Vermithor is instantly pissed. Like, this dragon has a temper. These people didn't do anything to you.
Because the dragon looked at him and he was like, "You think I'm gonna take this busted looking nigga?"
He's
like,
insulted. What? Okay, he's very much insulted. Like, he was like lunch. He said, "Okay,
for real,
lunch."
like.
It's a buffet.
This elephant-looking man, nigga. Like, you think I'm gonna let him ride on me?
And Vermithor had a Westerosi barbecue.
He did.
You ever went to K-Pot and you know they got the center grill.
Yep.
All the
or any type of Korean
grill.
barbecue spots. Any type of Korean barbecue spot where you can cook your own meat and everything. Absolutely, yes.
That was the Westerosi barbecue. As soon as they fell in the pit, Vermithor was like, "All right, time to eat." Like, like he was having a blast.
And you know what's also crazy? True to Game of Thrones fashion, all those people who were set on fire and real people, not CGI. They just took turns just burning people. Just burning it all for our entertainment, and I love it.
White people ain't scared of nothing.
Nothing, just getting toasted.
They ain't scared of nothing. They ain't scared of... Well, I thought that too when Rhaenyra touched Vermithor. I was like, white woman ain't scared of nothing. They ain't scared of nothing. Nothing. But yeah.
I thought Hugh had a lot of balls, had a lot of guts, a lot of like bravery in that whole scene, you know, because he was running obviously because he's afraid of this like 3-story tall fire machine,
Titan,
right? And so he's running away from him, and then it's just him and a woman behind a rock. And then she runs off and she's about to get incinerated. And he's like, "Hey, come to me." And he walks up and he just sits there and he screams at him and says, "Come on." And you know who he reminded me of? What I told Ali. He reminded me of Jason Kelsey. The Eagles.
You still listen to the podcast?
Future Hall of Fame Center. I haven't listened to the podcast. I haven't listened to the podcast in a while. But his face reminded me of Jason Kelsey. It's like, "Come on." And I was like, yo, this is that nigga, yo. And Vermithor kind of looked at him and was like, "Okay, bet.
You looking familiar? I'm seeing a connection here." And someone
saying that real.
Watching the few moments I watched inside the episode, someone said that like we said, Vermithor is the Bronze Fury. This dragon is pissed off all the time, and they said that he might have connected with Hugh because he sensed that anger inside of Hugh too. He lost his daughter. He's out here risking his life. He has no food and has no means to take care of his wife. He's not getting paid for any of his work. He is very angry. So maybe Vermithor was just like, I sense that, and I need someone with your fury to match mine. You know, we match in wavelengths here. So
yeah,
he was like, yeah. But one thing that just showed to me that Vermithor is just having a good time because he literally. So at one point, he like, in the fury and frenzy of him burning everyone. And I thought it was so crazy how Rhaenyra ordered the guards to not let some of the people retreat.
Yeah, no, that was cruel.
Like I said, she didn't give them a warning about that. I get it. It's like, no, we need to find out who he wants. All needs to be present. But that was extremely cruel. I know they signed up for it, but I think if they would have known that they wouldn't have an out if they wanted to, if they had that, you know. I seen one woman escape the barricade, but that was crazy. But yeah, during that, Vermithor knocks Ulf off the platform into the dragon pit, into the Westerosi barbecue pit. But there's one person that Vermithor picks up gently in his mouth, place him gently back on the platform. And I'm like, who is this? Vermithor takes a minute and then burns him alive and eats him. I'm like, so now he's playing with his food.
Just playing with his food like a cat.
I'm like,
he's like your cat who bit your foot. That's Vermithor, just 3 stories tall.
Yeah. So Ulf is trying to get as far away from this monster as he can. But of course, he wanders right into the lair of Silverwing.
Yeah.
And I
steps on eggs and everything. And
I thought Silverwing was going to come out swinging. But instead, she acted like a girl who, like, bullies you because she likes you. Like, she just nudges him playfully. Like, she's flirting. You know that girl who hits you because she likes you? So she, like, nudges him and he falls on his back. She nudges him again, like, hey, boy. I like you. Punch you. And then Ulf supplicates himself. And the dragon was like, I like that. And then she bent the neck. And Ulf, you know, he relaxes. I would have been out.
He had no more energy.
I would have found the energy. I'm not getting, no, I still don't trust you. Because like we saw with Sea Smoke, we thought everything was good with Darkland. Darkland said the wrong sentence, it was up. Sea Smoke said, and that was
you
it.
Think you got me? You think the game is over?
He says, psych, no. He played the hell out of Darkland. I don't trust y'all. Especially since I don't know the rules. I don't know what you want. If I sense a moment to retreat, I'm outie.
So just like Ulf's fashion though, right? His first thing was to have fun. He jumped on Silverwing and started flying around, not just Dragonstone. He went to King's Landing and flew around King's Landing.
Riding like he was on a mechanical bull.
Yes, riding like he's a mechanical bull, just having a blast, right? And he's flying around. And while he's flying, you know, the council.
Bucking like a mechanical bull. You know that song Bucking by Beyonce?
No.
Look at that horse. Look at that horse. Look at that horse. Look at that horse. All right, continue. It's a bop. It's a bop.
So while he's flying around like an idiot, the council are talking, and apparently Dayron. No, I think it's
Dayron.
Anyway, one of Alicent's
the forgotten child.
The forgotten child. His dragon, Tesserin, is now able to fly, and he's soon going to join to fight. So the Greens just added another dragon to their side, and we know the Blacks just added another 2 dragons. So far, the Blacks...
I was going to say I hope he's fine, but then I realized he's supposed to be 16, so I'm retracting that statement, even though I already said it.
You already said it. So the Blacks, they have 6 dragons so far. Right.
6. Let's see. Sunfire's dead, but they have the blacks. I'm thinking of the Greens.
Blacks.
How many?
Right,
so the Greens only have 2. They only have Vhagar and Daeron's dragon, right?
They have Vhagar, Dreamfire, which is Helena's dragon.
I've never seen Helena on her dragon. Ooh, I imagine her having like one of those mystical Eastern dragons.
Oh, yeah.
Like a weird dragon like her. Oh, my God. I want to see Helena with her dragon.
Oh, you know her dragon's going to be like? Remember, her dragon's going to look just like...
Barney.
Adventure Time with the little rainbow
Miss
dragon.
Rainicorn? What's her name?
Yes.
Lady Rainicorn.
Lady Rainicorn. That's how dragon going to look
Absolutely.
Like. Speaking Japanese and everything.
Absolutely. Just like that.
So, Jacaerys has Vermax. Rhaenyra has Syrax. Bela has Moon Dancer. Adam of Hull has Sea Smoke. Hugh Hammer has Vermithor. And then Oath just got Silverwing.
And Damon has Caraxes, but he's a flight risk. We don't know what's going on with him. He's a wild card.
Literally, no pun intended, he's a flight risk.
Yeah.
Right? And then we know that Baby Ray Ray is trying to go and find an Everdragon. So who knows?
You think it's going to work, or you think she's going to get ate up?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. But so they're talking, and Aemon runs outside and sees the dragon flying, and then he jumps up and grabs Vhagar, and he immediately.
I love how Vhagar's too big for the Ray Keep. She just be out in the wilderness sunbathing.
Yeah, no, Vhagar just be chilling. Right, and
it's like, oh, you ready? All right, let me wipe the sleep out my eye, and we can get going.
We get going, right? So she's flying. And
imagine you're just taking a leisurely hike and you stumble across Vhagar.
Yeah, that's pretty terrifying.
I was soying myself instantly.
I feel like
number 2.
I feel like Vhagar is the type of is so big, it probably won't care. We're probably like ants to her.
It's like Snorlax.
Yeah, just like probably look at you like whatever. As long as you don't get too close, it probably won't care. But then again, who knows? Because Vermithor was just almost as big, and it went Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, but Vermithor, he has anger issues. He has a chip on his shoulder for whatever god awful reason.
But anyway, so they're flying, and I'm thinking, man, like it's a shame that Oath and Silverwing about to get smoked, right? And then so they're flying over, right? And then Aemon's like, whoa, turn around, let's flee, and turns Vhagar around, and all you see is Rhaenyra, the big three, standing up there with 3 dragons on the wing.
Rhaenyra and what's her name? Syrax, Oath and Silverwing, and Hugh and Vermithor.
All just standing there. Just waiting, like nuck if you buck, yo. Mm-hmm. And I was like, "This is the war has finally tipped on their side.
It's finally looked like House of the Dragon.
Yeah,
like it's fine. They are the House of the Dragon now.
So who do you think is who do you want to win this war, Mary?
I want the Blacks to win.
Okay, cool.
Like that dude said, "Fuck the high towers." Remember the dude who broke in with cheese to kill the baby? I want the Blacks to win. Rhaenyra should be queen. Yeah, she's messy and a whore, but we love whores. Like,
she's not responsible or reliable or dependable or trustworthy.
Where's that from? Foster's?
No, my gym partner's a monkey.
Oh, yeah. I'm not what you call responsible or reliable or dependable or accountable.
So what would you give this episode, Mary? The penultimate episode of the season.
I'd give it I definitely give it a watch that, John. It's a large bag of popcorn. Regardless of the little, even though, there's little things that I find stupid. Not stupid, but just things I'm just kind of roll my eyes at. This is still a very good episode. And I feel like I'm going to give large bags of popcorn every episode. Like I said, I didn't like how Hugh's telling Kat about his... What you said makes sense. But I did find it a little corny that now it's like, oh, I've always been a Targaryen. And...
we say it like that. It does sound corny. I've always been a Targaryen.
But what you said makes sense.
You know what's crazy? I can imagine Dad saying that.
Why?
I don't know. Like, oh yeah, I've always been a Targaryen. Like, what, Dad? Why you didn't tell us? I don't know. I just
always been. Let me tell you about some real quick. I remember I was driving with your father, with Dad, and we passed this park, and there was this big old tree. We're driving. It's a nice day. He just pointed to the tree and he's like, "Hey, Mary, you see that tree?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's the tree that my gang hung me from when I was during the initiation process." Just as pleasant and casual, and he say nothing else. I said, first of all, you're in a gang. Second of all, they hung you from a tree as initiation, and you just point this out casually and just keep driving and don't expect me to have
KKK.
What like
what was this game?
He's like, yeah, that's the tree. You know how Dad talks, just nice and pleasant. Yeah, that's the tree I was hung from during my gang initiation ceremony. Yeah, what gang is this? Were you like that episode of Dave Chappelle when he was a Black Klansman? Like, what's going on?
What's going on?
Yeah, so yeah, Dad will just. He also is a wild card sometimes.
Yes.
Oh man.
Oh man.
But yeah, what would you give this episode?
Obviously, I give it a watch that joint as well.
Okay.
I am saddened, right, that this is like I said, the penultimate, the second to the last episode.
I'm saddened, but I'm glad because I'm tired, y'all. 8 weeks. I know it's only one episode, but we do a lot of research, so
yeah, we do.
This is like a 2-3 day process. Sometimes it's just trying to get everything together to record.
No, I agree, but the thing is it's probably gonna be a few years before season 3 comes out. So. It's just
the writer's strike is over, so maybe it won't be so long.
It is so much that goes into making each and every episode.
It's a lot of money,
budget,
a lot of costumes, a lot of CGI, a lot of actors,
yes.
a lot of set design,
of planning,
a lot of lights. Yeah.
Yes, it's a lot. It's a whole thing. So, yeah, keep watching, y'all. Keep watching. Last episode is on Sunday, and we'll be here to go through scene by scene, like always. So. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Watch That John podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at Watch That John. You can follow us on the YouTube channel at the Watch That John podcast, and listen to it wherever you listen to your podcast. So,
and if you haven't already, go check out our Challengers review and commentary video.
Yeah,
go check it out. It's pretty fun.
Check that out on YouTube. So, thanks for listening, and until next time.
Bye.